Welcome to North Alabama Storm Chase. It's May the 18th, 2025. It's exactly 12:22 p.m. on your Sunday afternoon. I am Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn storm spotter. Reason I want to do this live video, we're going to first look at here. This is a current level 2 radar out of Columbus, Mississippi. See, there's some storms that just came through Lamar County. It's way out of my area, but I'll give you some information on this special weather statement here. The storm is moving east at 43, max hail size half an inch, max wind gust 50. There's the locations there. Once again, that's way out of my coverage zone, but just want to give you that information. If you've got family members down that area, it's showing hail probability about a 50% chance there, and then 20% chance there. So these are moving east, and we'll be out of here later this afternoon, evening. We might see some spotty showers in and around the Huntsville area. I know there is a marginal risk for severe weather over in our area, and I'll get over that slide here shortly and look at that slide for the rest of our Sunday and then going into Monday. And then the big talk is about Tuesday and our severe weather outlook for that day. But first of all, while I'm on here, if you're on here watching, let me pull up the sidebar. Please feel free to give donations. That's what keeps this page up and running, and I do it for you. So you can scan that QR code there, PayPal, donate that way. Cash App, you can scan that QR code. It's $BBNASC, or you can go to Venmo at BBNASC and donate that way. Or your donations are greatly appreciated. I haven't received any here lately, so kind of running slim on monetary funds. So if you can, please donate to our cause, and it keeps this site up and running so you can get the latest weather information there is on social media. You can comment during the show, this live broadcast. You can comment on YouTube and Facebook as I'm simulcasting on both platforms. So once again, you can comment anytime on YouTube, and it'll pop up on the screen, and I'll try and get to your comments as soon as I see them and I can get to them. Once again, you can comment on the North Alabama Storm Chase page in the comments section and YouTube. We're still looking for subscribers over on YouTube, so go over there and subscribe. It's free. If we start getting subscribers to the North Alabama Storm Chase page, there I will start creating exclusive content just for those subscribers. That'll be exclusive just to the subscribers. Chris Burns has popped on. He's one of our Skywarn storm spotters. Good afternoon, Chris. I'm going to take this sidebar off. All right. Just to get into the meat of the situation, under the title I've put Misguided Information and Severe Weather Outlook, I just want to go over a few things. Let me pull up some graphics here. Hopefully my audio is good. Just let me know if my audio is off or you can't hear me, and I'll get it adjusted for the next live update. I might plan on doing another live one later on this evening, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock. Depends on what information I gather with the latest updates. But on the screen, you see this graphic has been shared many, many times. I'm not going to call out the sites. I'm not bashing anyone. I just want to tell you that this image, although it is through a site called StormNet AI, it's artificial intelligence. It's been posted on several sites. The problem that I have with it, it is StormNet AI. And if you look at the legend, when it was posted, the orange area shows high, but in the nomenclature or the title within that orange area says very high tornado risk Tuesday, 520. All right. I want to clarify something about this image. Okay. StormNet can do whatever they want to do. They can post whatever they want. That's fine. Other sites can post it if they want. It's just misguided information. This is a probability. This is not, the orange area is basically is not showing a high tornado risk, okay? And I'm going to show you the actual graphic that comes from uh, WSV3 first of all, but this is straight from Storm Prediction Center, or SPC for short. I posted this the other day for May 20th, Tuesday severe probabilistic outlook. Easy for me to say, right? All right, the orange area there is a 30% chance for severe thunderstorms. It's not tornadoes. All right, tornadoes are part of severe thunderstorms, but the 30% area is in the orange area highlighted there in this graphic put out by Storm Prediction Center is for severe thunderstorms. It doesn't classify it as just tornadoes. All right, so our area for Tuesday, as of latest, we are under a 30% chance, a probabilistic chance of seeing severe thunderstorms, not just tornadoes. Okay, I want to make that very clear. All right, so when you see all these graphics, and I'm going to say once again, disclaimer: StormNet AI may have it set for that orange area just for tornadoes. But I would hold that with a grain of salt, okay? In my opinion. You can do whatever you want to with whatever graphics other people are posting, but do research on it. Don't take somebody's word for it, because I could post this graphic that I pull from Storm Prediction Center, and I can put all the bells and whistles on it, the title. I could put major outbreak, and I would get likes, shares, follows out the yin yang. I would have people coming out of the woodwork sharing my information. I don't do that. I do it just to inform you. So once again, the orange area that you see here for Tuesday's severe probabilistic outlook is a 30% chance for severe thunderstorms, not just tornadoes. Okay. The yellow area is a 15% chance for severe thunderstorms. Now, come tomorrow, when the next convective thunderstorm outlook pops out within that 3 day phase that they have, day two, we can break it down and it will show the tornado probabilistic outlook, it'll show the hail outlook, and it will show the wind outlook. But for people to start showing this image here and putting all of these graphics on here and saying it's a very high tornado risk, that does nothing but cause chaos. People rearrange their lives. I know I've seen some posts on there. There's a lot of graduation ceremonies going on. People are starting to freak out over these graphics being posted. Once again, if they want to post these graphics, do it in the correct way. Put the information out there that goes along with StormNet AI. Okay. Once again, if you this right here is already misleading by, you see the orange area is high, but here they've listed it as very high tornado risk. Very misleading, causes chaos. And once again, when one person sees this, it's not just one person. They share it and they share it, and that person shares it, that person shares it, and it causes chaos. I don't cause chaos. I'm going to show you what comes straight from Storm Prediction Center, which is this image here. And once again, the orange area, if you're not familiar with Storm Prediction Center outlooks, that 30% chance is for severe thunderstorms, not tornadoes. We'll get a breakdown tomorrow, Monday, okay? And it'll break it down once again: tornado outlook, hail outlook, wind outlook. Once again, the yellow area is 15%. I know I'm ranting, but I want to get my viewers to understand these images that are being posted are only for likes. They know if they can get their page blowed up and people start sharing things, they'll get likes. If you want to share my images, I will get likes, but it will be truthful, okay? I'm not going to call out pages. You've seen them. I'm really irritated over the situation. Once again, that's their page, or all the other pages that are posting this crap. Feel free to do it, okay? But you're putting people in harm's way. You're causing chaos, and you're causing a mad panic over nothing. I want these pages to understand there's people that have severe weather anxiety, and you're causing them to have mental breakdowns over this crap, is what I'm going to call it, that you're putting out there. Stop it. If you don't stop it, at least put the correct info out there, okay? You're going to see stuff from Colorado State University, and that's fine. Very reputable organization. They put out good weather information, but there's groups out there that can take these graphics and post them and blow them up, put different titles on them to make like there's going to be a major outbreak, okay? That we need to stop doing this, people, okay? Put the correct information out there with the graphic, okay? I'm going to emphasize this once again. The graphic that you see that I post is from Storm Prediction Center, SPC. It's either from there or National Weather Service. It's nothing that I make up. I don't take MS Paint, put my own colors in there, and blow it up, okay? What you're seeing on the screen, that orange area, and it will be updated throughout this afternoon and evening, and even in tomorrow, and we'll get the breakdown for the individual risk within that outlook. But that orange area there is for 30% chance for severe thunderstorms, not tornadoes. Could we see tornadoes? Yes. We might not see them, but this is just an area for severe thunderstorms, that 30%. All right. But you'll get people on other pages that'll post this image, they'll put their own graphics on it, and they'll say, oh, it's a 30% chance for tornadoes. That's false. I'll repeat that. It's false. It's 30% chance for severe thunderstorms. Tornadoes are involved in severe thunderstorms every now and then, but it's just not pertaining to tornadoes. That 30% chance in that orange area is for severe thunderstorms. I'm going to get off that soapbox, jump onto another soapbox. I'm very irritated that our local meteorologists are getting hate mail, hate text, that they're putting this stuff out, causing a panic. People, that's their job. They're not doing it just like I do it. I post stuff like this not to cause a panic. It's to get you prepared in advance for the possibility, once again, the possibility of severe thunderstorms Tuesday. That gives you ample time to tie down those loose objects that are around your yard, to have a preparedness plan in place if, mighty big if, we see severe thunderstorms. To get you prepared if a watch or a warning is issued, to take cover and to find out where your safe place or your shelter is. All right. That's in preparation. If you don't want preparation, by all means, do not watch my page. Go watch another page. My job and my hobby that I've spent 20 years doing is to get you in preparation, to remind you of those little things that in your moment of, hey, did I forget this or did I forget that? To be prepared, to remind you to have helmets in your safe place or your shelter, to have an emergency kit. So this is the day that you need to keep tabs on the weather. It might be ramping up, to get you alerted and aware of what may occur. Now, if it doesn't occur, thank God. But my job, my hobby, like I said, doing it for over 20 years, is to make you be prepared and alerted to what may occur. I'm not going to post graphics saying tornado outbreak. I'm not going to say Limestone County is going to get slammed with tornadoes. I'm just going to give you the information. Now, the day of, when we get watches or warnings, I will be here and I'll give you the correct information, the tracks. What if it's a watch or a warning? I'll give you all the information that is available to me through National Weather Service or Storm Prediction Center. I've seen Trina Elder here. I'm sorry, I'm on a rant. I just want to get that misguided information. You'll see a lot of them on YouTube that'll post all these graphics. Major outbreak. Tornadoes are going to happen this day. If they want to do that, that's fine, but they're causing chaos. Let's just stick to the meat and potatoes of severe weather. Get the watches' warnings out, give the people ample information out there 2 or 3 days in advance. That way they can prepare to keep their families safe. Okay. And Chris, I will, the my URL for my YouTube is off to the left hand side. If it's not, I will send it to you directly on my YouTube channel. But once again, this is 30% chance for severe thunderstorms. All right, not tornadoes. So this is for Tuesday. The next image I want to show you is hopefully the latest. I done right off the top of my head. I forgot when the next update comes up, but I'm gonna check it as soon as I get off here. This is Tuesday's convective thunderstorm outlook that I pulled just a few minutes ago. You see the time there, 11:36 is when I pulled it. There might have been another update. I think the next update comes a little later. But you see under Tuesday's convective thunderstorm outlook, we have 6 risk outlooks. You see them at the top of the page. There's general, marginal, slight, enhanced, moderate, and high. We are right now through SPC, Storm Prediction Center, under an enhanced risk for severe weather. Not tornadoes, severe weather. Okay. This could change. They might drop it back. They might enlarge it, but we won't know until if the next update comes out. It might show it, and I'll post that information. Once again, tomorrow we will get the breakdown of the tornado outlook probability, the hail probability, and the wind probability. Okay. Today, if I just pulled it up, it'll just give me the probabilistic outlook, which I was in the previous slide. This is the reason I wanted to come on and show you that most of this is misguided information. Under convective thunderstorm outlooks, they run day 1, day 2, and day 3. Then the Storm Prediction Center, they will run a 4 to 8 day outlook, which is probabilistic. It's not categorized like the day 1 through 3. All right. Days 1 and 2 will allow you to break down the tornado risk, the hail risk, and the wind risk. Totally different graphics, okay? Don't be confused. But we are under an enhanced risk for convective thunderstorms Tuesday. They could bump it up to moderate. They could bump it back to slight. All right. We every update we'll get, we'll post it. I hope this is very clear to each and everybody that may be viewing this, or maybe just a few people. If you want to share this video, that's fine. If you're watching this video, I ask that you send stars. That helps me get a monetary value from Facebook for all of my live videos. Over on YouTube, you can go over there. I want you to subscribe. I'm trying to still get 1,000 subscribers so I can get super chats. But once again, you can always go back and let me get back to my live screen here. I'm going to show you a few more graphics here shortly. But you can go and you can go to PayPal, scan that QR code, Cash App. There it is right there, $BBNASC, or you can go donate through Venmo at BBNASC. People, if I've had viewers been with me for a while, you know I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm also going to lay the hammer down on some of these misguided information sites that you see. All right, Keith Lyle says actually days 4 on can be categorized as yesterday was. The 45% risk is the same amount, and hence you just normally don't see anything but slight that far out. That is true. Thank you for clearing that. Reminded me of that too. But Keith, we also have to remind, I'm not saying that that's not taking place. I'm just saying these other sites are showing this and they're not giving all the information. But I appreciate you sharing that. People will see your comment. They can be categorized. But I'm trying to get the viewers to understand that there's difference in day 1, 2, and 3 versus 4 through 8, and what some other cockamamie site, StormNet AI or whatever, wants to post something, and then they turn and twist the graphics around where it says high, but that site posts is very high. Totally, two totally different things, and people get that confused with what the Storm Prediction Center puts out under their 4 through 8, and they'll say, "Oh, look, if I post something and it shows that orange area, let me get back to it. I can post, or they can post this image, then I can post this image, and people are automatically going to think 30% chance in that orange a major tornado outbreak." That's not the case, Keith. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. All right. That orange area is 30% chance for severe thunderstorms, not tornadoes. Okay. If people want to post stuff, they need to put the correct information with it. All right. Do some research. These other sites that are just up for likes and clicks and follows are creating a bad name for all of us that try and do it right. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I fail each and every day. But I'm saying for those that strive to do it right, give out the right information, these other sites are making it very hard on us. All right. Storm Spotters of North Alabama is another one I'm affiliated with. These guys and gals get out as well as I do, and we cover these storms and we put out the correct information. It's none of our own doing and what we make up. Uh, if I only had one person here watching, I would be satisfied knowing that that one person's getting the truthful and correct information. All right. I want more. I've got over 9,000, uh, close to 9,900 viewers, and I've got that based on truth and being correct about what I post. But Keith, I'm not bashing you. I'm just thank you for posting that. I agree with you. But what I'm trying to emphasize is what other people post, they put incorrect information with it. And when they see my post, or if they see Daniel Dozier or Brad Travis's post about the outlook, they automatically think, "Oh man, so and so site said that that orange area is 30% chance and it's very high for tornadoes." That's misleading, and it makes the local Mets job totally harder. They spend more time bashing and trying to go through all this hate text they get and hate email that they get because some other site caused that problem. And then in return, for once again, for us that try and do the right thing, those local meteorologists don't have faith in us because they lump us all in that same group, which shouldn't be the case. I wish Brad Travis, Daniel Dozier, or any one of the meteorologists would sit down and watch what I do day in and day out. I give correct information. I don't blow it up. I don't put colorful graphics out there saying tornado outbreak, or we're getting major hailstorms and and getting on like some of these YouTube gurus out there do. That's what I'm venting about. I'm trying to help communities. I give them pertinent information, valuable information about severe weather. That way they can be prepared while others are causing chaos. And then in return, local Mets look at us like we're a bunch of keyboard warriors. I've been doing this 20 years. I could be doing something else. In which, to be honest with you, if I don't start getting donations, I'm going to wrap it up here 1st of June. And to be perfectly honest, as I always try to be, is people will see, especially my viewers will see what product I put out there and hopefully will miss it tremendously. That's not a pat on my back or my ego talking. I know what I put out there. If people want to disagree with me, hey, I'm strong. I'll take criticism. Throw it out there. If you ever see me post anything that was incorrect, feel free to get in the comment section and post it. And if I have, I will be the first to admit that I posted it and I was wrong and I'm sorry. But every information that you give me or I give out to the viewers is correct. I promise you. Anybody want to comment? Feel free. I'm venting on a Sunday, baby. And I'll get off this soapbox here in a minute. But for all these people that said it's not going to happen, I've already had one guy when I posted Outlook earlier. He already said, not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen Tuesday. Well, that person that posted it, I posted back a comment and I said, I hope to God it doesn't. But I knew that person, that viewer that was commenting, I know what he was trying to emphasize, that I didn't know what I was talking about. And that's fine. That's his opinion. But I'll tell you, brother, there's people out there that are thankful for the stuff that I put out there. But I agree with you. If it's not going to happen, I hope it don't happen. I really do. Just for the sake of our communities. You've been here living over the past 20 years, you'll know we've been through enough severe weather wise. This past couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure people are done. Huh? They're done. I wish I didn't have to do this. I promise you. I would collect stamps, baseball cards. My golf game would be awesome. But I do this out of love for our community. So, that being said, once again, be nice to your local Mets. They're just doing a job. If you don't want the information, don't watch the channel. That's all I can say. If you don't like my channel, block me. Drop off. All right. Chris just commented, the hate that our local meteorologists are taking right now is totally unnecessary. When they are standing next to a pile of rubble doing an interview, will they be happy then? I'd much rather be safe than sorry. I agree. I I don't know, Chris. I'm gonna be truthful. There's people out there that just are not happy 24/7, and it's the advent of social media, whether it be Facebook or YouTube. They can get on there and be those keyboard warriors I was talking about earlier. They can talk down to people. They can tell them they ain't right. And you know what my comment is? If you can do a better job, you can travel right over to Mississippi State, get you a meteorological degree, find you a local station to work on, and see how you like it. It's easy as that. Or hey, start you up a Facebook page. There you go. All those naysayers out there, start you up a Facebook page. Let's see you rock and roll with it. Well, I guarantee you ain't putting in the time I'm putting in on it. That's not being egotistical. Once again, that's not a pat on my back. I just know what I put out there. And if anybody can tell me any different, so be it. But you're right, Chris. We need to be lifting up our local meteorologists. They do basically, I don't do as much as them, but I can guarantee you I put in at least, I'm retired. I put in, and my wife, if she was here, she would tell you, I put in at least in my 24-hour day, I put in 12 hours of weather. A lot of it you don't see, whether it's creating graphics, gathering data. And I've done that for over 20 years. Once again, I don't do what, And you just think I'm just a nobody. These local meteorologists, they they work a whole lot more than I do or you do. And then they take criticism on top of it. Once again, if you want to criticize me, I got a strong backbone. You can come over and bash me right now if you want to. We'll have a logical debate. I promise you. But people, pray for our meteorologists. They're out there trying to keep you warned. Just think if we didn't have them and you didn't have 3 or 4 days advance warning of possibility of severe thunderstorms, who would you rely on then? Yeah, Chris says exactly. How many of those people pull money out of their own pockets to buy software in order to go out in the middle of the night and spot chase storms and get paid nothing to do it, to put your life on the line to try and save lives by relaying information about the weather live? Support is what we all need, not fake information just to gain likes and shares. And he says, okay, I'll shut up now. I bet there's people out there wish I'd shut up. But yeah, I'll tell y'all right now exactly when I started 20 years ago, and to this day, I still fund everything I had with the, when I caught up with, and I run off, I think it was Weatherbox radar, and it was pretty fancy back then. Um, but when WSV3 come out years ago, I literally, no joke, I bought the rights to it. I can use it any way I want. I can put my graphics on it. Now it's went to a subscription service, and we're supposedly getting the next gen tactical radar software come December. We'll get the test drive bits and parts of it come July. Looking forward to it. But when it first come out, I'll give you the dollar amount that I spent on that to have it all mine. $400 is what I spent on that. My own personal money. I could have went on a nice vacation for a couple of days to the beach. I could have took my family uh, anywhere I wanted to on that $400. I could have bought some pretty good bit of groceries. I could have played a lot of rounds of golf. I could have put a lot of gas in my truck. But I did it because I wanted to keep our communities. And that's just one $400 chunk. I've spent over $250 on a radio. I've spent probably a little bit more than that. New computer system. I've got all the lighting, the microphone you're hearing me talk on now, speakers, other devices that I have. I've got a weather radar on my phone. I've got extra setup for TV, another computer. I've got a Samsung pad that I run weather on. Uh, there's I've probably spent over $3 or $4,000 on doing what I'm doing just because I love the community. So if y'all feel free to donate, I can get all that money back. But you know what? When I get donations, which is very few far in between, I take that money and I give it back to the community. I buy weather radios to give out to those that can't afford them. I try and buy water, tarps, any other relief supplies that I can buy. None of that money goes in my pocket. None. None. Zero. I give it back to the community. But donations are non existent. I know times are hard for people, but, like I said, if I don't get donations or, I get a little chunk of money from Facebook, but it's not enough to sustain what I do. So I'll probably have to give it up June 1st and only go to working weather events. I know we're coming up on hurricane season. But before we go any further, let me get to this. I want to emphasize this here because it just popped up a couple of minutes ago. We're looking at a special weather statement that was issued at 12:54, so 3 minutes ago. It's moving east at 28, max hail size 3/4 of an inch, max wind gust 40. And that locations to be affected is Madison, Belmina, Huntsville, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, University of Alabama in Huntsville, Mooresville, Redstone Arsenal, Lacey Springs, and Farley. That's for a special weather statement. And that's probably just for the winds and the hail. Let's see if it can give us a better track. There's going to be a Madison at 108. But you see that cell there. It looks kind of grainy just because we're looking at from Columbus. I like running out of Columbus since we've had storms run through that area. I try and keep it, but every now and then I'll change it. So that was the information on there. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook, you can comment. I want to ask you to follow, like, and share. Comment on all the videos. You can send stars during our live broadcast, whether I'm out chasing or I'm doing this from the home office. YouTube, we're still wanting to get 1,000 subscribers so we can get super chats. I ask you to subscribe over on YouTube. It's free. Give us a thumbs up. You can comment over there as we're simulcasting there. Got the QR codes up there if you want to donate through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. All right, I'm going to show you a couple of more slides, and I'm going to get off of here and let me get to the graphics here. This is severe weather potential for today and Monday. National Weather Services put this out from Huntsville. Severe hazard details several rounds of strong to marginally severe storms could move near or over the Tennessee Valley today through late Monday. Confidence on timing and whether or not these storms will actually impact the area remains very low. And for your Monday, expected impacts gusty to damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour and hail up to a quarter size. All right, and then once again, what everybody's been talking about here is the severe weather outlook Tuesday night. You see, we are under that enhanced risk for severe weather. That's in the orange area. The yellow area is a slight risk, but they've got gusts 60 miles per hour or greater, getting run up there a little bit close to the high confidence. A few tornadoes you see there, almost moderate or medium type confidence for that, and hail 1 inch or greater, a little bit medium confidence there. But we're looking at late Tuesday afternoon to early Wednesday morning. I haven't seen a timeline on that. Most likely it will be put out tomorrow. And once I get up in the morning, I will have all that information and I will post it. And what to do, review your severe weather action plan and have multiple ways of receiving warnings. So, with a couple of days out before I leave, Tuesday is supposed to be severe thunderstorms as we're in that enhanced risk area. Feel free to make sure that you have two ways of receiving warnings. There's many weather apps out there that you can get on your phone that will alert you. I would advise everybody to pick one of the local news station apps, and you can get an app that way. And be sure to have you a weather radio. Some places you can get them at Walmart or other places. Call in advance, or you can order them online. They're running about $30, $40. They're easy to set up. You can go into my severe weather info manual that I've got posted at the top of my page. If you click on it, there's a lot of safety information on there. If you scroll almost to the bottom of the page, I've posted a video there that'll give you directions on how to set up your weather radio for your location. I've also included links to the same codes for each and every county or counties in southern Tennessee and northern Alabama. You can put those codes in. Once again, I've got that video that will show you exact instructions on how to set that up. Be sure to have your safe place or your shelter cleaned out, and make sure you've got your helmets, your emergency kits ready. Be prepared now. Make sure you've got those items that are loose in and around your house, tied or secured or stored up in a garage. Make sure you just take care of those little things. That way, when Tuesday comes, if we get watches or warnings, you'll have all of that out of the way, and you can take shelter. All right, let me get back here, and we're going to look. They still got that special weather statement out. Once again, that's for that winds up to 40 miles per hour, and that hail maybe about a half inch. Once again, I might get back on here depending on what the update shows a little bit later on. Once they post that, I'll post it on the page. But if anything catches my eye, if there's any new information as far as today, Monday or Tuesday, I will be back on and I'll give you the updated information. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed my little rant on the misguided information. But remember, be kind to our local meteorologists. They work tirelessly to try and get information out to you, keep you and your family safe as well as I do. Uh, Go over to Storm Spotters of North Alabama on Facebook. You can put in Storm Spotters of North Alabama. We always constantly posting weather information over there. Got a great bunch of guys and girls over there that are they love serving our community. I won't name all of them because I'll probably forget one and then they'll bash me on Messenger. So just go over to Storm Spotters of North Alabama and give them a like. Follow them as well as they'll be on top of it, and I'll be posting stuff over there on that page. All right. Once again, before I leave, if you like, share this video, send us stars. That helps us gain that money through those stars to buy those relief effort supplies for our community when disaster happens. I always say, wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. This is Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn Storm Spotter, North Alabama Storm Chase. Peace out.